Good afternoon, Doug Pagitt Radio, broadcasting live out of the Twin Cities today. It's the 23rd of October. It is, and we're glad to have you aboard. Just a little conversation, what we call religious radio. That's not quite right. It's not right politically, it's not right religiously, it's not even right radio sometimes. But we do have a good time. We're excited to have you along, and we invite your participation here on the show. We're going to have a bunch of fun today, and we're going to have a conversation with a friend named Karin Dahlstrand Rivadenaria. Karin Dahlstrand Rivadenaria. I'm waiting for the interpretation. And if you can pronounce that name, or you can spell that name, we'll send you this book. Her book is called Grumble Alleluia. Great title. Or some people like to say Grumble Hallelujah. Oh. We'll give everybody Alleluias, Hallelujahs. It's one of those words, it's a religious word, funny Hebrew word. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'll see it spelled with an H, Hallelujah, sometimes with an A, Alleluia. Yeah, what's up with that? I don't know, it's like Emmanuel and Emmanuel, that song you sing. At Christmas time, if you go to one of those religious meetings and they sing, "Come, O come, Emmanuel," or "Come, O come, Immanuel," it's like Gaddafi. I don't know how many names that guy got. How many ways you can spell that guy's name? Right, any way you can. Religious radio, not quite right. Contrasting Gaddafi with Hallelujah. There you go. Where else are you going to get that? Yeah, hey, my name is Doug Pagitt. We call this our little afternoon delight, our little cocktail party. Yes. A cocktail party of fun. We came up with a new slogan, though, that we want to live live. Live live. So we make a big deal about the fact that we do live radio, and a bunch of our friends that do religious recordings do them under podcasts. And we go around acting as if we're superior because we're doing this live. There's no edits. There's no cuts. Nope. I mean, there's a 7-second kill switch that will. Yep. The 1%. That we call them around here. Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. Why you're our 1%. Why Doug Pagitt Radio has a 1%. Sure, we're the 99%. But we'll get to that in a minute. Why Will is our 1%. But we do the show live, right? It's just a kill switch. If we say one of the 7 words you can't say on radio. Yeah. But you can say all those other words. And we do. So we have a good time. We'll invite you along in a conversation of religion. Today we're going to talk about Occupy Wall Street. I got a little rant on that. Why I think it's a good idea. What I think's going on. So we're going to chat about that. We're going to have Carla Barnhill. Yes. Our Good Morning America runner-up. Advice giver is going to be with us today. And she's going to give us some grand advice. We have the Cripes come on. You got to be kidding me. Karin Dahlstrand Rivadenaria, author of Grumble Alleluia, is with us. And we're laughing because her name is just ridiculous. I mean, it's like a word scramble. It is. Her name. I mean, you look at it, and it's just so many letters. I don't know, maybe sidekick, you could count that. I've asked John Music, he's our sidekick around here, to see if he can count the number of letters, because I can't count and talk at the same time. Do you want to do that right now? My lips should be moving. Yeah, I'll tell you. So we put together this little band of radio personalities here on our Sunday afternoon delight. Well, now I got to count over. I got distracted. You got distracted, John. You didn't take your medication. No, I didn't. So I'm Doug Pagitt. I'm a pastor, and trying to tell another story of Christianity, trying to tell another story of life with God in this world. But so I get to play the role of the heretic, because the heretic is the one that gets to tell the other story. And then John plays the role of the fallen pastor. John used to be a pastor. 27! Karin Dahlstrand Rivadenaria has 27 letters in her. 27, yes. 27. I mean, she's a friend of the show, so it's not like we're just mocking the stranger. That's true. That's true. We don't mock strangers. No. We love strangers. I mean, not to their faces, at least. It's our friends that we have a more tough time with. And so John gets to play the role of the fallen pastor. And then Will, the only professional here on the show, yes, gets to play the role of the atheist. And you use that word very loosely. Well, here's why we're calling you the 1% now, Will. So from now on, you're not just Will. You're not just the new guy. You're not the only professional around here. You're our 1%. Because you're the only guy that gets paid. You see what I'm saying? So you're like like in this economy, you're the billionaire. Yeah. And we're just the average, hardworking Americans.
Yes, and paid handsomely, I do.
Yeah, well, we're not going to argue about that because it's that percentage more than we make. Mm-hmm. So you could make $1 and it's still 1% more.
Is it all my clothing with the money signs on it? Is that?
I just think you're covering it up. I think you're living humbly.
Yeah, your Saturn out there is not fooling any of us.
That's a Dodge Intrepid, thank you.
Oh my word. Okay.
Well, Will and I have become friends on Facebook. Or at least I sent you a Facebook invitation. I don't know if you've accepted my friendship.
I tried. My phone's being slow. That's the only reason why I haven't.
this is normally a religious refrain, but just remember, you have a friend in Doug. You have one. And Will has this little quote on his profile, because on Facebook,
We're calling you out, Will.
It's this little website you can go to called Facebook, where you can chat with your friends on there.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to catch on, but at least for today, it's worth looking at. So Will's quote comes from a fellow named Stephen Roberts. Do you know Stephen? Do you know him personally, or is he just a guy you like? Because I'd love to have him on the show.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, he's not an atheist anymore.
I knew you just
old Christian humor.
I knew you'd like this one.
It's like when the cosmonauts, went up in outer space. Do you hear that story? The Russian cosmonauts, the communist cosmonauts, go up into space, and there's this great quote from one of them that said, "We went to the heavens, looked around, God's not there either."
Yeah.
And then somebody said, "Step out of that space capsule and listen."
This is quite the quote, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a great quote, actually. I really do like this. Stephen Roberts said, the quote is, "I contend that we are both atheists," me and this other religious believing person I was presume. "So I contend that we're both atheists. I just believe in one fewer God than you do. When you understand why you dismiss all the other possible gods, you'll understand why I dismiss yours."
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I actually think that whole atheist conversation is so helpful to us religious people, because religious people can't help it. But here's the thing, and all of us who are religious devotees of one view or the other, it's not like you choose it. Your belief, they become you. They happen to you. They overtake you. They fall on you. You can't help it. You believe things, and then you try to make some sense out of it. And our atheist friends, they help us figure that out. So Will the atheist, John the fallen pastor, me the heretic. A little conversation about the story of life that we want to live ourselves in. Now, there's a lot going on in this world, of course, right? There's serious things, there's not serious things, and it seems to me that we should always find a way to connect those two streams together, the serious and the not so serious, because they inform one another, right? They're the things that help shape our understanding of the world. So we're going to chat about this Wall Street business. We're going to talk about this great little book called Grumble Alleluia. Her subtitle is Learning to Love Your Life Even When It Lets You Down. We're going to chat about that. We're going to chat about some Enneagram personality kind of topics and all the rest of it. So let's check in. John, how was your last couple of weeks? We're back live at the radio show.
Yes.
And I know that we haven't seen each other in 10 days or so. How are things?
Very relaxing.
Really?
Yeah, very peaceful.
Oh, like you've transitioned into fall. Some people, when the weather changes and the seasons change, they feel disruption.
I'm quite angsty about that, but I haven't let that affect me yet.
Yeah. You're living in the solitude.
I am. I'm trying to. Yeah.
And 1%. How was your last 10 days?
Very busy, actually. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I know you were protesting down at the Occupy Wall Street, which is great.
Yep.
Good to see you down there. Some of us just talk about it as being a good idea. Other people actually go there. But what else did you have going on?
I think you might have been paid to be down there by the station.
That is actually incorrect.
Were you on duty?
I was there
collecting a paycheck that day, 1%?
I was there on my own for my purposes, contributing to the station. But
I see.
It had nothing to do with the station.
Okay. And what else have you had going on?
I've been here.
You've been working a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Making things around the radio station go.
Every day I've not been at Occupy, I've been here. Yeah.
And so how was your week, Doug?
Very busy, thank you. I started last Saturday, I went to Portland, Maine. If you look at a map, as if maps actually represent, reality in the world. Some of us have to remind ourselves that the world isn't actually like a map like that. But if you looked on a map, the upper right-hand corner of the United States of America, up in what really should have been Canada, we should have just given it up in 1812. But up in that far corner, up on the sea, I was there, had lobster for the first time in Maine, like real Maine lobster. I think like they caught it an hour ago.
Yeah.
I've never been in a place where I've eaten a lobster that was alive when I saw it and then put into a
boiling
special place. And went from being a living creature to my food. Yeah. I don't like that. I need I need distance between that. It was uncomfortable for me.
You need a refrigerator truck traveling from one coast to the other.
Get it on an airplane or put it in somewhere. Make it travel, because the 18 feet between that boiling pot. Which I know, my friends who say, look, if you didn't have such a disruption between the lived experience of your food, and you would eat differently. And I don't want to eat differently. So this was disturbing. But anyway, I was in Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, I flew to San Diego, California.
That's at the far left bottom of the map of the United States of America,
Right.
from sea to shining sea.
Right.
And you know what's great about this? Being able to do this on occasion, travel from upper right to lower left. Well, that's got a whole other sort of metaphor to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
I traveled from upper right to lower left.
Uh-huh.
And politically, it was really the opposite of that. So, but anyway, you see these great people. There's terrific people from sea to shining sea. There's people doing great things. I get to hang around religious people who do creative, helpful, beautiful things. And I was able to be around people in Portland, Maine, who are doing that with those funny accents. Oh, great. I love the Maine accent. For some reason, it's so exotic to me. Talking to people from the upper Northeast, and especially that kind of Maine.
Can you do a little bit?
No, I don't think I can.
Okay.
I think I'd sound like a guy trying to do a Maine accent. Lobster, something like that.
Yeah.
It sounds something like that. And then these people, even in sunny Southern California,
Right.
which is where, as a Minnesotan, we say that's where we sent the people that we've thinned out of the herd.
Yes.
Right? There's a bunch of Minnesotans.
It's the Australia of.
If you can't handle winters, why don't you go down to sunny Southern California? But terrific people doing great things, and a number of folks that I met you're going to get to meet on the radio program here in coming months.
Excellent.
Because there are exciting things going on. So stick with us around here from sea to shining sea.
Easy for you to say.
Boy, it's like a tongue twister. It's like I'm back in speech class. Speech pathology class. Hey, so stick around. We're going to talk about Occupy Wall Street. We're going to hear from an advice giver. We're going to talk a little religion. We're going to talk a little good things in the world. Doug Pagitt Radio, religious radio that's not quite right. Your afternoon delight, your little cocktail party where we live live with the 1% and the average guy. Doug Pagitt Radio on AM 950.
Mazopia is now open in Prior Lake. Mazopia is a natural food market featuring the goodness of locally grown organic food.